take me from here. I am suffocated. An SOS message, then silence. And then a case that shook the entire country. Nearly 15 women die every day due to dowry. Better to have a divorced daughter than a dead one. That was the observation made by the Solicitor General in the Supreme Court today. A statement that hit hard, not just legally, but morally. The Supreme Court was hearing the Twisha Sharma case, an unnatural death in Bhopal that has raised disturbing questions. The investigation is underway, and I'm not here to discuss the legality of the matter. I'm here to talk about the issue that goes beyond courtrooms and news headlines. Why even after 65 years of criminalizing dowry in India, women still dying because of it? Let's first look at the numbers. According to NCRB data, India recorded 5,737 dowry deaths in 2024. That's nearly 15 women dying every single day. Around 7,000 dowry deaths reported annually on average between 2017 and 2022. Cruelty by husband or relatives was the single largest category of crimes against women. More than 1.2 lakh such cases reported in 2024 alone. And behind every number is a woman with a name, a family, and a life that never got the chance it deserved. Over the last few days, two deaths have especially shaken public conscience. 33-year-old MBA graduate Twisha Sharma in Bhopal and 24-year-old Deepika Nagar in Greater Noida. Different cities, different families, different backgrounds, but the pattern is same. And then what about Kajal Chaudhary? She was pregnant, a SWAT commando, and was allegedly murdered by her husband after repeated fights over finances. These stories force us to confront an uncomfortable truth. Education is not enough. Money is not enough. Life in a metro does not guarantee any relief. Because violence against women does not disappear with degrees, salaries, or modern lifestyle. Data shows intimate partner violence remains alarmingly widespread, about 34% in rural areas and 27% in urban India. The gap is far smaller than many imagine, because a lot of such cases go unreported even today in India. And that destroys one big myth, that cities automatically make society progressive. In fact, many women who move away after marriage lose immediate family support and are left isolated inside abusive homes. And this problem cuts across class, caste, and creed. Whether rich or poor, women continue to face violence, emotional abuse, financial pressure, and dowry-linked harassment. The demands may look different: cash, cars, status, expensive weddings, luxury expectations, but the control remains the same. Because somewhere the mindset never changed. We all grew up hearing lines like शादी में adjust करना पड़ता है, लड़की को समझना पड़ता है, and then there is a darker version. ब्याही लड़की ससुराल से सिर्फ अर्थी में वापस आती है. For generations, girls have been taught to tolerate pain in the name of marriage, and families often choose to silence their daughters to save face in society. Whether it is लोग क्या कहेंगे और नाक कट जाएगी. Ironically, around the same time, a short film called Band Baja Bitya went viral for challenging this very mindset. The story showed a father bringing his abused daughter back home with dignity instead of shame. People called it emotional, inspirational, but maybe the real question is, why does this still feel revolutionary in 2026? Why is choosing a daughter's life over societal judgment still treated as bravery? Because dowry is no longer just about envelopes of cash or gold. It has evolved into a system of pressure, expectations, status display, emotional control, and silent compromise. And until society stops teaching women to endlessly adjust, these headlines will keep returning. So the question is not just who failed Twisha, Deepika, or Kajal. The real question is, as a society, are we still failing our daughters before they even get a chance? And that's a wrap from my side. I'm Tamanna Akhtar, and you have been watching Times Now Digital.